day so far? I will apologise for my frog in my throat at the beginning of Hello. I'm sorry, it's just that Vegas drives me the fuck out. That's all I can say, okay? And I forgot that I had to come on stage. I was a bit busy, so I didn't have a gulp of hot honey. Right. I'm curious because I know this show was announced and the tickets were sold way before it was announced that the Super Bowl was in Vegas. But is anyone here tonight going to the Super Bowl on Sunday? Very nice. You got tickets for this and for that. Oh, good for you. What's your job? I'm curious. Everybody say hello to Eric. Eric, say hello to all of our new friends for the night. It feels exciting in Vegas. Don't get me wrong, I love doing these shows all the time, but I don't know, it's buzzing, isn't it? It's buzzing out there. Not that I've been out there, but you know, everyone keeps telling me that out there is buzzing. I'm sure there'll be traffic on the way back later. But I'm excited, I don't know anything about football. I'm learning, and I'm a very, very keen student of it. I just don't understand it. But do we have any Chief fans here tonight? Do we have any 49 fans here tonight? Oh, sorry, Chiefs, you're outnumbered tonight, aren't you? Crikey. But don't worry, this is a big loving show, so you're going to get on. Eagle! Do we have, what did you say? Super Bowl? What she said? You sound drunk and like you're a football fan. We have those in England but for our football, you know, for soccer. I wish I had some really fun Super Bowl stories to tell you, but I don't have any. Do we have any special occasions here tonight? Lovely. Do we have any birthdays? Well, happy birthday, one and all. Do we have any anniversaries? Happy anniversary. Show me some hands. What numbers have we got? What years? We've got 5 over there. That's my lucky number. Well done. We've got 2 years. What are your ones over there? Huh? What? Show me with your hands. I can't hear you. I've got my speakers in my ears. Oh, I can see 4.
7 years divorce.
6. 6 years over. Do we have any that are like 30? Come on, guys. We've got 10 over there. 10, 20 over here. I'd love 50. 50. They're the winners. We've got 50 years over here, front row. Happy 50th anniversary. Meet me backstage and give me some tips later. Do we have any girls' trips here tonight? Hello, ladies. Do we have any gays' trips here tonight? Do we have any bachelorette hen do parties here tonight? I think I heard one up the top. Do we have any divorce parties here tonight? Oh, there's one. There is actually one. And do we have any mothers and their daughters or mothers and their sons here tonight? Well, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Do we have anyone here, well, I'm hoping it's the majority of you, that haven't been to my show here before? Thank you for coming. Thank you so much. I absolutely love doing this show. And we are officially tonight 3/4 of the way through, and we have 1/4 left. That's my football pun for you guys tonight. So this is show 75 tonight. So yes, we only have 25 left. So I'm absolutely thrilled to have you here. Do we have any repeat offenders here tonight? Well, that's the highest possible compliment. So thank you so much for coming before and coming back again. Trying to think if I have any updates this week. I don't. When I got into glam, they were like, "What do you do this week?" And I was like, "No, think about it, nothing." But my son is on the school basketball team, and their team won this week, which is very exciting. It was their first win, I believe. They're 11. What the fuck are you laughing at? He's also British. He wants to be a soccer star. He doesn't want to be a basketball. Do we have any soccer fans here tonight? Do we have any Tottenham Hotspur fans here tonight? Oh, fuck off. This really feels like a sports crowd. I think I've said fuck off 5 times and I've only sung 2 songs. Well, I'm a Tottenham Hotspur fan because I'm from Tottenham. Do we have any Man United fans? Have you ever even been to Manchester? Oh, yeah. Do we have anyone from Manchester? Oh my God, we do. Hi. Have fun. Wonderful. Well, so for those of you who haven't seen the show before, see, I have a dry throat and yet all I'm doing is just running my mouth off and making it drier. 1 second. So for those of you who haven't seen this show before, also when I'm nervous I talk a lot, which is why I'm talking a lot. And then that dries my throat out as well, but anyway. Whatever, my mic is always switched on. You'll always know that. You will get your money's worth, I tell you that. yeah, other than my son winning basketball, all I've been doing is I'm training to be an athlete because I have some shows in the summer where I say, yes, I'm playing Munich. I'm doing 10 nights in Munich. I'm very excited. And it's a whole new show. And, you know, it's such a big audience, which I've done before, and I always felt a little bit disassociated because I'm like, how is it possible there's 100,000 people here to see one person? That doesn't make any sense. And it was, you know, I always felt so far away, so I was like, and this show has absolutely just made me not scared of performing in any capacity anymore, so I'm thrilled about it. I know. This show in this room in Vegas will forever be the most special, like, it will hold the most special place in my heart. I've loved it. But anyway, because I want to be able to connect with the crowd, I was like, build me a stage out in the crowd. And they were like, well, we can't get you there unless you walk there, like, you know, on a stage. So it's basically, I mean, I'm obviously exaggerating a little bit, but I think I'll probably get a good 4 or 5 miles in a night walking. So I really need to get my stamina up, so I'm working out like twice a day. And yes, I am. And so that's really all I've been doing. So I don't have anything else to tell you. Obviously, I fucking love the Grammys. I thought the Grammys were fantastic on Sunday. I loved it. Miley Cyrus is the best superstar. I've always had a soft spot for Miley Cyrus. I think it's because she, you know, she was a child star and stuff like that. Not that I can't relate to that, obviously, but I don't know. I just have such a soft spot for her, and she's just the fucking superstar. And I'm so glad that she's so well and happy. It's just, she's just a winner. I absolutely loved her, and she was a superstar. So that was definitely my highlight. I enjoyed the whole thing. I thought it was wonderful. And I guess that's all of my updates. Oh, that's what I was trying to tell you. I keep distracting myself. For those of you who haven't seen this show before, it is it's very much a grower and not a shower. So obviously, I know it looks very nice right now, but this isn't all it does. It's not just me and Eric all night long in this giant egotistical A. It's just like I said, I know I get quite nervous, and in a weird way, this is like, it settles my nerves a bit quicker, which makes no sense because my voice is basically butt naked, and it's just you and me. But I feel like we get to know each other a little bit, and like we're just hanging out with each other at home or something like that. So I'm going to give you a couple more piano ballads in this setting with like me and Eric in this giant A, and then these walls, they do start to move, and I'm going to give you a little bit of everything. When I say I'm going to give you 2 more piano ballads, obviously the whole show is piano ballads, which I imagine you know. I do have a few up-tempos, and they're quite the bops, and I will give them all to you. I'll give them all to you all at once, because I don't want to pretend that I'm something I'm not, so I'll give you those sort of like 3 up-tempos, and then we'll just go back to being depressed together. But you know, a lot of my piano ballads, they have a bit of rhythm, you know, they have a bit of a shaker, a bit of a tambourine, a little bit of, you know, a bit of a bass line, so there's some movement to it. And also on that note, it's this, even though there's chairs and it's all piano ballads, this isn't a seated show, so feel free to stand up whenever you want. And don't worry, you'll see in a minute, there are ginormous screens in here, so even if like there's someone that's 6 foot in front of you, just look to your left or right, don't complain, don't go to security and tell anyone to sit down, just look to these massive screens that cost me a fucking fortune, alright? But yes, but anyway, I'm going to do a song for you now that is off of my 2nd album. And, thank you, and I call it a bit of a golden oldie, because it was quite a long time ago. You know, I take like a decade to release an album each time. But also I didn't perform this song for quite a long time, especially because the last and first time I really toured. You know, it was on my 3rd album, and I'd written other piano ballads by then, so I replaced it with one of the new ones. And I remember people always being like, why didn't you sing, you know, this song that I'm about to do on the tour? And I was like, oh, I don't know. But so I decided to put it in, and it's been going down very well. And I would also strongly encourage tonight to just be a giant karaoke, because even though I have these speakers in my ears, I can hear you the whole time, and it's fun. So are you ready to go on an emotional journey? Good, because I'm taking you there whether you want to go there or not, head first through all of your own emotional dirt. We're going to cry, but most of all we're going to laugh a lot, because I'm a bit of a joker, and when I'm nervous, like I said, I'll make you laugh. So I hope you enjoy the show. This is Turning Tables. Thank you very much. So this next one that I'm going to do for you before the show starts to grow, like it will, like I told you, is the first song that I wrote for that 2nd album that Turning Tables is also on. I was very, very lucky. I've told this story a few times. You might have heard it in an interview or even on a radio show I might have done when I was like 21. But I like to end the story, especially for the context of it and stuff like that. But I was very, very lucky that when my first album came out, 19, that I got to leave England with it. I got to go to Europe and I got to come to America, which, you know, I'm 35 now, so it's a pretty long time ago. And back then there wasn't really social media. There was like still MySpace and a bit of Facebook, really, like, you know. There wasn't like this immediate ability to discover something, you know, that's not from where you're from. So it was highly unlikely that I would ever have broken America, as we often say in England. And I got to come here and I toured around America doing radio shows for like a year. And because I didn't have an obvious radio here, I had a slow burner, like a hot AC record they call it here, which was Chasing Pavements on my first album. Shit, I don't do that song on the show. No, I'm sorry. It was, you know, in England we have national radio because it's a tiny fucking island, right? So you sort of go and do like a radio day in England, and you know, if you're stopping in Manchester or somewhere like that, you go to the local station and have a little chinwag and stuff like that. So the sort of idea of doing a radio tour was kind of crazy to me. And when I say radio tour, I don't mean like Jingle Bell Ball or nothing like that. I mean going to radio stations and you know, doing acoustic versions of your songs and stuff like that. I specifically very clearly remember one in Buffalo, because there was, don't get me wrong, I love Buffalo, but only one person turned up and he turned up for free pizza. So, you know, I was doing things like that for like nearly a year, and it worked. It fucking worked, and it paid off. And then I got to do like a couple of tours here. Way, you know, it was started out in bars, and then it was clubs. Then we got to do some of the most beautiful theatres that are around America. They're so beautiful. And then we did amphitheatres for a while, didn't we? And then we did arenas last time on my last album. But I'm talking about my first album. And it was, like I was saying, it was a really slow burner. And every day I was doing something, and then every day something that I would do would get me another opportunity to do something else, you know, so it was constant. So when that all sort of finished and came to an end of that first cycle, I went back home, and within a couple of days I had the itchiest feet ever, because I was so used to like being on the go, whereas now if I don't have like 5 days off, I'm like, what's going on? The world is empty. Because I think it's because I'm older and my knees hurt and things like that. I just need a bit more time off between shows. But I went straight to the studio, and I had no idea what was going to happen. I just didn't have any other engagements to do for work, and the studio just felt like the obvious thing. And I was not interested in having any kind of rest. And I went to the studio, and we started and finished this song exactly how it is on 21 in less than a day. We did it between like 10 and 5 p.m. And sometimes you have songs like that, like, you know, the best songs write themselves, like, you know. And especially the most like heartfelt, emotional ones that mean the most to you, like you kind of don't really have anything to do with the process, it's strange. But I was so flabbergasted with myself when I left the studio with this one, because it was very unlike anything on my first album, and you know, I really didn't know what I was going to write about, what it was going to sound like, what I even wanted to sound like. But I knew I wanted to have a sound because my first album didn't really have one. It was very like, you know, I was very indie, like on my acoustic guitar, on my acoustic bass, and like, you know, pronouncing my words very London. And after having been in America for so long, I discovered country music, so now I pronounce my words in an American way when I sing, which definitely sounds better in my opinion. But anyway, you know, it was just all of my favourite styles of music sort of thrown up against, you know, thrown on a CD basically. And I wrote this song, and I couldn't believe how articulate I was with explaining how I was feeling at the time. And I was so pleased that it was a piano ballad, because I fucking love piano, and only had one of them, well, two of them kind of, but one isn't really mine, on my first album. And I'm making out to you like I created a whole genre of music. I absolutely did not. This genre has been done a million times before me, and a million times since me, and it will be done a million times more. But I just wasn't expecting it, and it was such a pleasant surprise. And I had grown so much as a songwriter and as a singer, and without me noticing. And then obviously the rest is history. I went on to write 11 more songs, and the album ran around the world a few times on its own. So You know, I'm very, very fond of this song because of that story I just told you, but for it I'm going to need the girls, so please give a massive round of applause to Lauren, Amanda and Katie. Come on out, girls. Get one more sip of hot honey, lubricate my mouth. Hey, baby. Hi. Couldn't hear what you said, but hi. This is Take It All. Oh, you look so nice. So this is the moment when I'm going to give you those 3 up tempos in a row. I'm just getting out of the way like I was saying. But before we go into the next one, it's time for my lottery seat. So Paul, my love, will you please bring out my tombola. You can sit down for 1 second, listen. No, that's not all of you. I'm saying to these people whose knees are hurting. We're having a dance competition for 2 more songs after this, and then we're going to be sad for the rest of the night. So inside of my tombola, the last weekend and the weekend before, one kept flying out and I nearly fell down the stairs and broke my back. Okay, so inside of that is every single seat on the very, very top balcony, okay? And I'm going to call out 1 seat and you can bring 1 person down with you and you can be my guests for the rest of the show down into the front. Now I must reiterate, you can bring 1 person with you, so if you're in a group or like a big party, I don't know what to tell you, but okay, so good luck. I hope you love each other enough. And we'll be fine. I mean, the thing is, shows like this on like a big weekend, there's lots of scalpers. So if you are with a big party, you never know. There might be some seats at a couple of songs where we know they didn't sell and they're going hungry tonight. So your guests can come and sit with you down here. Okay, so we've got block 405, which is you guys right here, right? Yes. Row F for Freddie, that's my dog. Row F for Freddie is seat 510. Row F, 510. Hey, I can see you. Are you going to come down or have you got to stay up there? She said she's coming. Okay, great. Bring someone down, take your time, no rush, I'll speak to you in a minute. Ex-girlfriends or ex-boyfriends that you just don't like? Okay, well that's not as many as I would have assumed considering you're at an Adele concert, but here we are. I have lots, and this is for all of the exes that none of us like, okay? This is Send My Love to Your New Lover, and it is for just the guitar cable. Thank you very much. That one makes me sweat. Right, now it is time. I'm fucking hot. Is everyone hot? I'm really hot. Now it's time for my favourite part of the show, which is my t-shirt gun, which is it's terrible really, because it has nothing to do with singing or music, and yet it's the bit I look most forward to. So years ago, I'm telling you the backstory on it. Wait, hang on 1 minute. 2 years ago, when I was doing those big shows that I was telling you about at the top of the show, there's nothing more about one person with like a stadium full where people come to see just that person. It doesn't make sense. It's not natural. And it made me feel a bit like SpongeBob SquarePants or something. Hello, cutie. There's a baby down there. And I couldn't believe that the people at the back of the room were real. And I was like, they could just be cardboard cutout people. No, not in here. I can see all of you. I can see all of you into your eyeballs. And I was like, but also I could probably be a good impersonator on stage in a stadium, because even the screens in a stadium, they're not that big if like you're at the very, very top at the back. So I was like, what's the fun way of me engaging them and them engaging me? And I was like, well, seeing as I'm in these big sporting rooms, let me be my own mascot. So that's how the t-shirt gun was born at my shows. And obviously this is a fraction of the size of the stadium, but it's too much fun not to do it. I wasn't going to do it when I started these shows, and I was like, I'm not going to got to, it's too much fun. But, a couple of disclaimers, I'm not going to be aiming at the floor, you'll see why. It's a very powerful shotgun. Shotgun? Jesus Christ! T-shirt. And then I'm going to be aiming for the balconies. But don't fall asleep on me here, Floor, because sometimes my aim is not fantastic, okay? So if you fall asleep, it might bump you on the head and someone else will get it. Inside of here is a signed t-shirt, $50 and a handwritten note for me to go buy yourself a nice treat. Please don't lean over the balconies, and if you're near a child, give it to the child. Back row, what a fucking shot. I cannot for the life of me believe what I just called this t-shirt. Please accept my apology for saying that. I didn't even know I even knew that word. I'm British. Okay, here we go. Middle balcony. Oh, where did it go? Oh, it's be careful, madam. Please be careful. Gosh. Did you get it? Oh, it's stuck on the projector. Mommy projector. There you go. We got it. Well done, son. See, I nearly missed that one. Gosh, the air conditioning here is taking its toll on me. What about you ladies? Do you know what's crazy is I always was dreading when I see, oh gosh, my words are coming out terribly wrong this evening. I was dreading the summertime doing shows here because you know it's a desert and it gets like dry. I've got 2 more t-shirts on, I've just got to go over there. And I was dreading it because of how dry it is and then all the cold air. But my voice was fine in the summer, but the winter, maybe it's because it's freezing outside, it's a bit warm inside, I don't know, but that dry throat that everyone was always telling me about doing shows in Vegas, I'm feeling it. Are you ready to top balcony? Oh, look at you sparkly queens. Oh, nearly back row, we got that one. Let me know. Are you okay? Show off, we've got it. Someone down there got it. I want to see you. You just listen. Right, one more thing around. Oh, I missed. Oh, it's stuck on the projector. You got it, thank goodness. Okay, sorry, Phil, none for you today. Last week I missed one and it made the floor. It's taken like 75 shows to kind of nail the middle balcony. It's like, I don't know, it's something to do with science, the curve, I don't know, I'm not a scientist.
You were an amazing audience. You started out rather polite and now you feel quite feral. I absolutely love it. Thank you so much for coming to my show in Vegas. I appreciate it so much, not only taking the time to come and see me, but spending the time with me as well. I know it's quite a massive ask to come and see an artist in Vegas, and I know that this might not be your main plan while you're here, but I just want you to know that the safety this room has given me within myself and with my music has changed my life forever, and I've never known anything like it. I'm so glad that you're a part of it. Thank you for being my 75th crowd. Long left, and this is my 4th weekend back after a really big lengthy break, and I think some people thought that I was just going to keep extending, but this really is the end. This is the end. But every time I say that, I get so emotional because this has honestly been the highlight of my week for nearly 2 years. And after the way that it first started, or didn't start rather, that was one of the lowest I think I've ever been in terms of like my career and stuff like that, and I wasn't sure if it would be bittersweet rather than just sweet, and it's been fucking sweet. So I've absolutely loved it, and I'm genuinely going to miss it. I have loved the routine it's given me, I have loved getting to know you, and for a very long time I was very scared of not just a big crowd, just crowds in general, because like I've sort of touched on the whole show, it's not very normal, but it's also very normal for it to not feel normal, so I feel way more settled in that now. So I hope you have the absolute best time here in Vegas this weekend, where you're going to the Super Bowl. I hope your favourite team wins. I hope you do loads of crazy things that you regret, but you're still happy that you did them, and get back home safe. And thank you so much. I love you. I respect you. Thank you so much. I've got 2 more